Please let me know if you can hear me well, if everything works well, because I really hope so. I really hope that the connection gonna be well, because when you will find out where I am right now, you also might be concerned about that. So just let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me well. I would really appreciate this. Hello, hey guys, I'm so happy to see you in the comments. Hey Jean-Claude, Trev, Chin, guys, hey, I'm so happy to see you here. I'm just checking on my laptop that everything works well, because I also want to see that you guys can see me quite well. So let me know, as always, if you have any problems or etc. I will really appreciate this if you will tell me immediately. Can see and hear well. Kurt, hello. By the way, a quick announcement. I'm actually a little bit sick, so that's why you might hear my voice to be, oops, how can, yeah, I think it should be like that. I think it's okay, right? So I'm a little bit sick. I will tell you why. And yeah, because of this, my voice can be a little bit like, you know. Let me just attach all the links. Okay, so I think we're totally ready. Missed the start. Which country are you in? I haven't told anyone yet. I'm waiting a little bit. Like everybody will come to the live stream and I will announce it. But yeah, I'm so happy to see you, Jim, Scott, Matthew. Very much happy to see you. And guys, as always, as you remember, I have a tradition. Please could you let me know where you're watching me from? And I just see that already some people are telling me where they're watching me from. It's amazing. It's like for a YouTuber, like I could only dream of like having a voice and sharing my experience, my crazy stories of my life. To people from so many countries. So when I see where you during the streams that you're writing me from, that you're watching completely from different parts of the world, it's I can't describe this feeling. Thank you so much. Let me just see where you're watching me from. Kuala Lumpur. Wow, I actually really wanted to visit this place. Austria, Germany, America, New York, Portugal, Sweden, Seattle. Oh, Seattle. Amazing. Connecticut, New York, Chicago, Austria, Finland, Canada, France, Florida, Peru. Wow. So interesting. California, Costa Rica, India. What an international community we have right now, guys. Welcome to my live stream. Please feel yourself like you're at home and talking with a friend, because I already prepared my tea, really hot tea for my throat. So for me to speak better than I'm speaking right now. And yeah, please, friends, prepare your tea and let's spend the next hour talking about how life can be so crazy that you can actually like couldn't imagine. And also I was thinking to share during the stream quite personal and honest experience from Dubai, in case some of you haven't seen the video. And here I wanted to say more, you know, I will feel much free to speak it about it here than on the videos, because you never know how it's in the videos. And during the live stream I was in the city center of Dubai, so it's not the place where I wanted to share all the honest experience. And yeah, so I'm very happy to see everybody. Please prepare your tea and let's get it started. Just let me know for now if you have some questions about Dubai that maybe I can start my story from. It will be a little bit easier for me. And perhaps like I will be able to already to share some some of the stories immediately. And I see that Kurt sent me some donation via Buy Me a Coffee. Kurt, thank you so much. Thank you for your nice wishes. I really appreciate this. Okay, so my friends, do you have any questions? Don't ask where I am right now. I want to maybe finish firstly with Dubai probably, and then I will share where I am, and I think you're gonna be surprised. What did you think about living in Dubai compared to Istanbul? So Dubai, in one way, it was easier, and in another way, it was much more complicated than Istanbul. Let me explain why. In Istanbul, so little people speak English, unfortunately. In this case, in Dubai, I could speak to literally everybody, and like from the cleaning lady to, I don't know, some representative from big company. So it was quite easy for me. I felt finally so good to be able to communicate, because I feel very comfortable to communicate in English. Sometimes I'm thinking in English, or like I started already thinking in English. Sometimes it's even already more difficult for me to find some Russian words, because I know this in English. That's why I felt very comfortable about that there is no language barrier. But on the other hand, Istanbul, like transportation in Istanbul, quite developed. So I can go from one point of the city to another. Yeah, maybe it will take a lot of time. Maybe there are some people pushing you in the buses. If you watch my video about things I didn't like, that surprised me in Istanbul. So, but honestly, I could get everywhere I wanted quite easy. In Dubai, public transport is not developed. So we've been living in one district, Jumeirah Village, Jumeirah Village Circle. It became actually quite popular district in the last years, so it's one of the most affordable areas. But it looks sad, to be honest, because we actually had a bus stop right next to our house, and I will be super honest, I was walking in the first 2 weeks until one moment that I shared in my last video. And I never seen buses. I seen only in the last week one damn public bus. And we have a public stop right next to the house. I haven't seen them, and I even came to this bus stop to take a look if there is any time schedule, and there wasn't. So in this case, if you don't have a car in Dubai, like, oh my gosh, it's so complicated. My Russian friend, she been living in the States, in St. Louis, and she been studying there. And she said even in St. Louis, in the place where it's mostly for the cars, not for the, for the public transport, even there, she said that there were public buses every 30 minutes. But in Dubai, it's not the case. Yes, there is an amazing metro, but guys, metro is quite short, to be honest, comparing to the size of Dubai. And if you live in a little bit farther from the metro, it's so complicated. You need to take a car or a taxi. I don't know about the buses, to be honest. And yeah, only in these buses, usually I've seen men, and only really few women, mostly men from India and Pakistan. Albert from Louisville, thank you so much for buying me a coffee. And sorry again for my throat. I'm doing my best drinking hot tea. So, and in this case, we had first month we had a car in Dubai because we've been living with my American friend, and he was driving. So because with my Russian driver license, unfortunately I can't drive. And basically what happened while I actually left is because we started looking in the first week of staying there just to see the apartment prices. I've been studying, so long story, I've been studying in England. In case you didn't know, I was studying in Cambridge for a month for English courses. And I met some guys from Saudi. We kept in touch, and I asked to introduce me somebody from Dubai. They did, and he was a real estate manager. He's actually a nice guy, and he were trying to help us without taking any commissions. And unfortunately, the first week when we asked, there were some options there. About the apartments, for example, a studio for $1,500, $1,400, and since we planned to share this with Maya, it was okay. But what happened later? He told us to write a week before our Airbnb is finishing. It's going to end. We're like, okay. What we didn't know is that actually there was a damn it FIFA, like football World Cup in Qatar. And the thing about Qatar, that there are only few hotels. Like the country and the cities where the games have been held, they're not developed that much for tourism. So there are not many apartments. And the ones that are there, they're actually super expensive. So I even met a girl whose sister is coming to Qatar for a game. And what she said they are going to book an apartment for a few nights in Dubai. Then she will go to the game and she will return back. So this is the problem. And most people, approximately minimum, like I was talking to some people from Dubai, they say that minimum 70% of all tourists who are going to the games, who are planning to visit them, are going to stay in Dubai. And we didn't know about that, because with all the stress, because of the war and sanctions and so many in our heads, we even didn't thought about that. We didn't think about that. And because of that, unfortunately, the prices for the apartments increased almost twice in 2 weeks, because we needed an apartment for November, and the games start in November. Damn it. It's so sad. So we've been looking for a week, like asking many people, many real estate agents, and all of them told us that it's impossible to find anything like even $1,600 and $1,700, and it's already over our budget, which is located next to metro, for 1 month. Yes, there are some options for 1 year, but we still didn't know if we would be able to find a job or not. And since the job, like then it wasn't going so well, because I actually very surprised that the salaries in Dubai are quite low. Yes, if you are being transferred from Dubai from international company, the salaries are quite okay. But if you are finding a job without an experience in Dubai or some connections, the salaries are so low, like you can't live. I mean, maybe you can live on that, living with 3 other people in one room. Obviously, this is not what I want. So it's actually also that I didn't know. And we calculated everything, we talked to different people, and we decided that we should live in Dubai. Mohammed, hello, I actually was talking about you recently. It's a real estate agent from Dubai, a friend of my friend. Oops. Let me correct this. I think it should be okay. I hope. So, come on, man. Oh my God, why is it happening? Okay? Tell me it's okay. I think it should be okay. I think it's okay. I don't know why it's happening. I bought a new lamp and it's bad. I see it now. So anyways, we talked to different people about Dubai, and we made a conclusion that right now it's better to live, unfortunately. And the next question was, where to go? My Schengen visa expired, and Maya doesn't have a Schengen visa in our head. And we've been looking at Asia, Georgia, Turkey, but none of us wanted to return to Turkey. And you know that now the inflation there is getting so bad, unfortunately, and the apartments are increasing also horribly. And I don't know, just Turkey, I think it's not a good option right now. And I just found out that there is actually a terrorist. Oh my gosh. Terrorist attack there was today, just recently, on the main street there in Taksim, so it was very sad. And yeah, none of us wanted to return to Turkey, so we were thinking about maybe Uzbekistan, but to be honest, none of us also wanted to live there full-time. Visit for sure, but not full-time. So we've been calculating everything. Nick left us, so until the very end, we were hoping that we will figure something out. Until the very, very end. And like we actually met some lady who offered us to work in real estate, but to be honest, it looked a little bit like escort. for Russian men who were buying property. So none of us actually wanted it. We've been very scared. So, and like we had many concerns about that, and we're like, okay, it's better not to have a risk, because actually escort culture works so, I don't know, like it's not even a culture. How can I say? Help me to find the word. I suppose it's problem, or it's not even a problem. I don't know, but it's not even a culture. It's not the right word. So escort is very popular in Dubai, and actually industry. Yes, thank you so much. I think escort industry, it's very much developed like nowhere else in the world. And why I started working in my district, and you know me, I'm the person who walk all the time, everywhere, so long. And I went for Iran in my district, which is actually a family district, where many people are living with the families there, and etc. I've been running there, and a man stopped in the car and put his hand out like that. And later I found out that it means that he was ready to pick up a prostitute. And I was the only one person there. I was running very fast. I was very scared. I know, like, he didn't talk to me or such. I don't think anything could happen. I don't know. I hope no, because Dubai actually is considered to be very safe. But this feeling that when you're wet, when you're running in your sport clothes, and a person might think you're a prostitute, like, how, like, my brain even wouldn't work out like that. And it's like disgusting. And also once I was returning from the shopping mall, because I came to read a book there, and I was returning home with the book, with the coffee, and similar case happened already with another car. And I was shocked that twice, like, my Russian friends who live in Dubai, they kind of prepared me for that it might happen. But I expected that, it might happen if I'm dressed in makeup, in a dress or whatever, like, or maybe on some beach in swimsuit. But no, it's actually happened in the moments where I could never imagine this. And it's horrible. I didn't feel comfortable because of that. And because of this, I stopped walking. And I like walking, listen to music, it's kind of meditation for me. So at some point, to be honest, I actually also wanted to leave Dubai. So I don't have any regrets that it didn't work out. I experienced this, I fulfilled my dream. I went skydiving, oh my gosh, like, I hope you guys seen my last video. It was a huge dream of mine. So I feel like I took from Dubai everything I could. No regrets that I left. And Michael, thank you so much for sending me the donation. I really, really, really appreciate this, and it means a lot right now for me. It really helps me in this crazy journey. Okay, so where are you? I know that you're excited. I hope you're excited. 1 second. Let me just figure out a few more questions. Is it always crowded in Dubai? No, it's not always crowded. Or maybe in next to Burj Khalifa, but that's it. And only in one place next to Burj Khalifa, it's not that crowded. Are you going to travel to Latin America? I really, really want this, especially to Argentina. I don't know, like, to be honest, I have no idea where I'm gonna be in 1 month. Because I will share later what happened to me. So maybe in few months I will be in in Latin America. Everything is very possible. What will be the thing you will miss the most about Dubai? Honestly, I have no idea. I think I'm gonna miss about Dubai. Maybe to be able to speak English freely. Perhaps seeing these impressive buildings, but I don't know. I told you, like, I feel like I've I took everything I could from Dubai. So maybe I will miss some of of emotions that I experienced there, like jumping my first skydiving in my life, and very beautiful place, or seeing Burj Khalifa for the first time, like highest building. And you know that Dubai is a little bit similar to the States, actually not a little, quite similar to the States. And I never been in such place. I never been in the States. I never seen so many skyscrapers. So I think maybe I will miss this feeling of excitement when you're seeing this. If I would be living in a good district or I have a car, I will have completely different experience. But unfortunately I didn't. So I already see a question: will you return to Dubai someday? Why not? I might return there, but not for a long time. I don't think I want to return there for a long time. I'm looking at the questions. GVC is very unfinished and not interesting. The best place for expats, it's not Marina or it's really expensive. It's GOT, Jumeirah Lake Towers across highway from Marina. Yes, but we've been checking the prices there. It's like a one bedroom starts from $3,000. Very expensive, like incredibly expensive. Netherlands next. You know that I think I can go to Netherlands, but I can't get a Netherlands visa anymore. It's already forbidden. Thank you so much for your donation. Lorian, thank you so much. And Sweti, thank you. I really, really appreciate this. It means a lot. Okay. So I think, and John, thank you so much for buying me a coffee. I really, really appreciate this. Tell us where you are. Okay. So I will actually even translate to you probably this word because I don't think you know where I am. Let me just share what happened. So, during our journeys, like my and I were thinking where should we go after Dubai. Nick left to Georgia. He plans to stay here for like 2 weeks and then he'll go to Bulgaria and to Europe, where we unfortunately can't go without a Schengen visa. And we've been thinking what to do. Maya wanted something closer to the Russian culture because she really missed Russia. Oh my god, insect. Anyways. And I wanted to be next to my friends. I don't know, I felt quite lonely in the last month, to be honest, and it's a very unpleasant feeling. I really missed my friends where like that I can talk to. Yeah, I'm living with Maya, but I still miss my friends that I can go somewhere, take a drink, and etc. Moreover, we've been living with Maya in one room for 1 month, and you know that there is no space and etc. And yeah, I miss my friends, and most of my friends, like they left Russia or they left Moscow. For example, I have 3 close friends in Moscow, and 2 of them left. One is in the middle of the Russia in another city. She moved because of her work, and another my friend, she got a job at the college, also in another town next to Moscow, but she's also left Moscow. And I have only one friend, Kate. And so returning to Russia, you know, it's not a very nice option right now for me. And some of my friends are in Europe. I don't have a Schengen visa. My Spanish friend Ingrid, she was inviting me like to go to Spain because she has a house there and I could live there. But I don't have a Schengen visa. My Greek friend Emma also invited me. Again, I can't go. There was an option with Thailand, but I was kind of afraid going so far away because there is a possibility. First of all, my parents asked me to come in winter to Russia, and in like because they miss me, and my granddad is also like he's crazy that I left Russia because he said that I need to live in one city where I was born. And and because of that, I knew that I cannot go right now to Asia right now. Before I go to Russia, because otherwise, like, the plane tickets are very pricey, and you know that I don't have much budget, and I'm trying to leave everything on a budget without spending so much money. The only expensive thing I spent on it was skydiving, but it was a dream of mine, so I just couldn't not to do it. I would really regret. So after, like, thinking about where should we go not far from Russia and where I have friends, we decide that we'll go to Georgia. It might seem very, let's say, obvious, obvious place, but I'm not in the city right now, because actually many very shitty moments happens when we came to Tbilisi, and I feel like I'm ready to share this with you. All of my friends, except one, are living in Tbilisi, so of course we wanted to stay there. But you know that Tbilisi is quite a small town, and like, I think there are a little bit more than a million, I think 1.5 million people are living there, but the town itself is quite small. And because of people of mobilization from who ran away from Russia because of mobilization, they came to Georgia, to Tbilisi exactly, and the prices for the apartments increased super high. We've been prepared for that mentally, but when we start looking for the apartments, it turned out to be very suck. Sorry. Right now, the cheapest price that we can find for, not the cheapest, but let's say very very rare. It's not that probably I don't know. Maybe you can find cheaper than this price, but usually it's much more expensive. So our budget was to from $700 to $900 for 2 bedrooms for rent for 6 months. You even can't imagine what kind of apartments they were showing to us. It was horrible. And like, there is no furniture or really few. It looks very bad. In like, looks very Soviet, and in maybe for you it will be nice to live in Soviet place, but I see that it's actually like, it's super cheap, and it's actually the real cost of those apartments are like $200-300, like maximum $400. It's very maximum, but because of this war, all prices increased 4 times, 3, 4, sometimes 5 times, even higher, which is crazy. Like, okay, so we overpaid in Istanbul. We did. Like, also the prices were super high there, but at least it looked nice. At least it looks like, I don't know, normal, where it will be comfortable to work remotely, to spend our nights, to be there. But all the apartments we've been looking, it looks like disaster. Either they were located like super far away, like the farthest and the worst districts of Tbilisi, the worst. For example, Zach the Russian, we've been talking with him, and he lives there now, and he pays, I think, $280 for 1 bedroom, and he already came after the war started, so it was even cheaper before, even cheaper. Right now, apartments there are being like, the cheapest price are like $900, $1,000, but usually even higher. We took a look at this. We're like, it's so far away. It's not even in the city center, and like, even closer to the city center, it looks like outskirts of a small town. And to pay these huge amounts, like, you can actually pay somewhere in the States or even in Europe, it's much cheaper. We've been shocked. We've been very sad, and because it's very high price, so none of us wanted to live in the conditions like that. But later happened something I didn't expect. Maya told me that she wants to return to Russia, what means I'm staying alone. I didn't expect this, and she, like I told you, like she really feels connected to Russian culture. She's super sad that there is a war because she wanted to develop the country. And in this moment, she said, "Okay, Dasha, I'm tired. I don't want to travel like that. I don't want to live in these conditions. I want to return to Russia." What means I'm fucked. Very nicely speaking, because those prices are super high and I can't afford this myself. It's been a very shocking for me that I was just speechless. Then we have the talk. I'm like, okay, Maya. So basically, what happened? We kind of like we're planning to stay until the end of the May together, and that's why I felt okay. But now, since she's leaving, and she told me in the very last moment that I even can't join Nick, for example, or like I can't do anything anymore. So it's so sad, and it's actually quite scary. We talked with her, and at some point she was like, "Okay, maybe if we find some cheap apartment, I'm gonna stay." We found one apartment. I also have another friend in Tbilisi. He's a photographer from Siberia. He's a very good friend of mine, and we were planning to stay 3 of us together. We found an apartment in. It says that it's one of the best district. To be honest, it looked absolutely suck. It looks super cool, like very small town somewhere in the middle of Russia, and they wanted $1,000 for 2 bedrooms, which also look horrible. Like even the entrance, like to the apartment block, it looks horribly. I can't even express this. I was shocked. In the bed we're like, okay, really guys, there are no good options, and we've been talking with 2 real estate agents, and all the apartments they were showing us is if there was something nice, the owners of the apartment didn't want to give those apartments for rent to Russians. They also only wanted to give it for Georgians because they had some problems with Russians before. I don't know exactly what happened, but here is the story. So we, in the beginning, we've been thinking that we're gonna stay in this apartment because we didn't find any options. So we gave $200 deposit to return the next day and to pay for the apartment. We came with our real estate agents who seem so nice. There are 2 girls, 2 sisters, and they seem super nice, super helpful. We're like, okay, we wanted, like, we paid for the lunch together. Like, we also wanted to be nice to them because we felt like they're helping us. We came the next day to this apartment, and it was a mess. So we came at night. It was so dirty. There is garbage. Like, it was horrible. They promised us to clean everything during. It was Saturday. They promised to clean everything during Sunday, and to move in Monday. The apartment like that would disappear immediately. So immediately, because many people who are living in Russia, they don't care much where to live. But of course, especially we're girls, we want at least some of comfort, like there are some girls who watch me, like probably you understand that I'm not ready to live in quite bad place, in a dirty place, in a very sketchy district, not district, but apartment block, and like just so uncomfortable. So, and we came there the next day. She still didn't clean, like the lady, they didn't clean anything. And we talked with her husband the day before and her. And the next day, when we came on Sunday to pay full amount, there was only a girl, and they wanted $1,000 for that. So I was watching all of this once again. All these walls that I've been, I don't know how it's called, but they were like dirty, destroyed. The sofa is horrible, so my photographer friend wouldn't be able to live there. And I was really afraid that Maya will tell actually in 1 or 2 months that she's gonna leave to Russia, leave Tbilisi and we'll go to Russia. And it means that we will have to pay with my photographer friend, and unfortunately he's not earning big money, and there will be a chance that I'll have to pay, let's say, 70% of the price, which is $700, and it's very high for me right now. I cannot afford this because I'm also saving money for my big goals in the upcoming year. Like, I just can't. And I was very afraid. I was looking at Maya, she didn't like it, and I just had a bad vibe. So I asked Maya to go out. I'm like, and we've been already signing a contract. Can you imagine this? But I had this intuition. I don't know how it worked out, but I had this intuition that I shouldn't take this apartment. I don't know, maybe landlord, like there is a bad vibe from the landlord, but this time I really had this intuition, and I'm very grateful for that. So I told to Maya that we shouldn't book it. That Maya, she was like, it's too late, we already signed the contract, and I'll spend that until we paid money, nothing is ready, so until we didn't sign the contract yet, so we can destroy. And I'm asking Maya, do you want to live here? And she told me no. So we break the contract, and I had to call this guy. Like I told that I have an accident and I need to return to Russia, and Maya too. Like, Maya wouldn't be able to pay this amount, and also she decided to return back to Russia. This owner of the apartment called me. He was super rude to me, super rude. And he was like, what happened? I was like, sorry, there was an accident in my family. I need to return back to Russia. And Maya also decided that she don't want to stay alone in Tbilisi, and she also will come back. And he was like, I'm not returning you any penny. Here we paid $200. The apartment wasn't ready. It was super dirty, and during this day he would easily find another person who gonna book this apartment. And I was explaining to him, I'm like, I'm very sorry for the inconvenience. Can we at least, understand each other? The apartment still is not ready. You'll find another person today for sure. Can we at least, maybe you're gonna keep $100 and return another 100 to us? And he was like, do you hear me? I'm not returning you any penny. Goodbye. He was super rude. Oof. At some point, I was happy to find out this, at least now, because you already, if you've been watching me in the last year, you know how many problems I'm having with the landlords. So many problems. Portugal, I was robbed by a landlord. Russia, he didn't return me a deposit. He was manipulating and frightening me. Not frightening me. And he was coming to the apartment without even notifying me. In Turkey, he didn't return our huge deposit. We actually already contacted some lawyers in Istanbul, but he returned us 25% of the price. Only because of the lawyers, because he literally was sending me sad memes. And he said, Dari, I'm so sorry, I don't have money. He had a huge amount of our money because deposit was very big. And he's not returning anything. He's like, I'm sorry, I don't have money. And said memes. I was shocked. I was like, it's so unprofessional. Like, can you imagine anywhere in the world that in America or Europe that a landlord gonna send you a sad memes of crying man and tell him, I'm sorry, I don't have money? No. So, I'm very, very unlucky. But hopefully he already returned some part of the money. I hope he will return the rest. I really hope so. Let's stay positive. That's the only thing which is left. So, and I'm so happy that I found out about this landlord, at least in this moment, because can you imagine, he just the average salary in Tbilisi, not even in Georgia, in Tbilisi is $300 monthly salary, and he took 200 just for 12 hours. It's unspeakable. Anyways, it's not everything. It's not everything. We've been returned, so we were leaving the apartment. And our landlord, the lady, she was very, very upset about us. She was like, you set me up, it's so unprofessional. We're like, okay. He took $200. I think he's very happy right now because for sure he will find another apartment here. And okay, some urgent moments can appear. It's absolutely normal. And oh, Matvey, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate. I really happy to see that you like hearing my experience. So, and later, she started talking to us very rudely. She was very nice, but before, when she understood that she's not taking a commission, she became rude. She's been very unhappy with that, and we gave her $100. She's been with us 2 days. 2 days she's been helping us to find an apartment. 2 days. She on the same time she had another clients. We gave her $100 and she was unhappy. She walked with us silently. We were like, okay, are you going with us? She's like, yes, I'm going on the same way. We've been going to the metro to meet with Sasha, my friend. And then she just started she was talking to somebody very angry on the phone, probably her sister. So she started talking later to us, very angry, very unhappy that like she spent so much time on us that she could take another clients, and we gave her $100. Once again, the average salary in Tbilisi is $300 per month. For 2 days, we gave her $100, which is very high even for Moscow. For Tbilisi, that's for sure. Inside Russia. Hello, Konstantin. Thank you for participating in the stream. We've been shocked, but the problem, where without problem? More problem to come, right? I promise you more crazy stories. I promise, I'm giving you to you. In the first, we booked a hotel for 3 days, but the hotel was quite expensive. So we asked when we just met this lady if she, again, in the beginning we had a good vibe. We asked if some of your relatives maybe some of them have a hotel, and maybe we can move in. And one of your relatives has a house with let's say a room there, like guest house. So there is a separate floor for us. And we move in to her relatives the same day where this situation appeared. And she was super unhappy about those $100. And in the beginning, we agreed that we're gonna pay what actually she said. We didn't agree. She said, if you can pay $200 to us, it would be great. If you can't pay this amount, if you pay less, it's also okay. So approximately $200 if we're gonna book an apartment via her. And we gave her $100 for 2 days, and she was so unhappy. And then she wrote to us, at least you had some. She wrote a message after we left. She was super rude to us, super rude, and which is actually quite sad because we communicated well. And then she wrote to us, at least you had some sense of humanity and you could pay $200 to us. And Maya was afraid because we've been living in her relative's house, and she was afraid, oh my God, can you hear this? There is an insect here. Anyways, Maya started being afraid that we have all our stuff in the guest house. What if they just throw everything away? And she's like, okay, let's just return her $100. Another one. I'm like, okay. So we told her that we're gonna return $200. And when we came in the evening to guest house, her uncle opened the door for us, and we should pay for him for a night for sleeping there. And we given him money, and he's staying in between of the door and in the entrance, and he was like, you own $100 more. I'm just looking 1 second at Maya. It was so much pressure from him. So we just gave this $100. It was disgusting. And I kind of got a vibe that, I don't know, Georgian people, they start feeling that Russians have money. And if they don't get, they can be very nice. maybe in Belize, I'm pretty sure in the small towns and the villages, the situation is completely different. But the vibe I got from Belize, that Georgians can be very nice. If they can't feel they can get some money from you. The moment when they realize they can't get money, or they got less money when which they plan to, they become quite rude. I was shocked. It was very unpleasant. And when we left this apartment, and this lady told me immediately that she's not going to look for any other apartments. She's returning to Russia, and it means I'm staying all alone, and I can't pay those apartments, those prices, because even one bedroom gonna cost me minimum $700, and probably not. It will not look so good now. What do you think? One day I think I'm gonna write a book about my life, and I'm gonna call this 50 Ways of Being Completely Fucked Up. What do you think about this name of the book? I think it very suits my life during this year. So here it is, and I've been thinking what to do. So I have another classmate, like we've been studied at university together, a really good guy, and we've been very good friends at university. And I was asking him also if maybe some of his relatives, because he's Georgian and he recently moved back to Georgia when the war started. And I was asking maybe some of his relatives have some apartments where we can live, and he said unfortunately no, but he has a family house. And he said that Ma and I are very welcome for how long we want. Well, he doesn't need any money, he will host us, and we didn't have any other choice but to travel to this village, which is located in the middle of nowhere in Georgia. I'm gonna write it down to you right now, and you can just find in the map. Let me just see. I want to see where it's in the map to see if it's correct place. Yes. Okay. Are you ready? Take a look. Michael, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your donations. I really appreciate this. Alphonse, thank you so much. Thank you so much for buying me a coffee, guys. Thank you so much for donating me at this website, because I get all the money and YouTube takes some commission. So I really appreciate your support. So did you take a look? Where is it located on the map? It would have been cool if the village wasn't on the map. But it is on the map. It is on the map. That's exactly where I am right now. I'm in the Soviet big house in the middle of nowhere in Georgia. There is literally cows going just right next to the next to the house, chickens. Oh my God, goose, and I forgot how it's called. Oh my God, let me see. Pigs. There are pigs, and I'm very afraid of pigs because I wrote the stories that they eat everything, and they eat one drunk person in Russia when he just passed out because he was drunk, and the pig ate him. So I'm very afraid of pigs. And that's where I'm living right now. If you've been, I don't know if you can see this, probably because of the light you can't. I have the huge, I don't know how it's like sleeping walls, or how can you see this? I had a really, I don't know how exactly to explain this, but I'm waking up super easily. I hearing the noises and etc. And I've been, until last night, I've been living here for like 5 days or 6 days, I think 6 days already. And I've been waking every fucking night here because of roosters, they're screaming in the 5 a.m. 5 a.m. Oh my God. I made the conclusion about myself that I'm a very, very city girl. two city girl that like I've been waking up, no one except me. In Turkey, I've been waking up at 5 a.m. because of the mosques. Him because of roasters and goose. I was ready to kill everybody because I don't know. I slept like around 5 hours in the last oldest nights. Roosters. Thank you so much for correcting me. Um, you know, when you're taking a city girl to the countryside. Friends, it was tough. Uh, like yesterday we came to the city, Kutaisi. If I'm not making a mistake, it's the third biggest city in Georgia, and we are living not that far away from it. So we came to the city and I bought earplugs. So today I didn't wake up because I was thinking I'm gonna kill this animal, right? Because I was waking up every 5 in the morning, and then there are also some dogs, and there's everybody's so noisy, and I'm like, oh my god, I bought earplugs. I bought them yesterday, and today I didn't wake up because what happened? These animals were waking me up at 5 in the morning. Then I couldn't, then dogs and all this noise. I was trying to fall asleep for the next hour or two. I didn't sleep. And then Maya, because we're sleeping on the same bed right now, uh, then she was waking up. And since we've been living in one room, and again, I've been waking up so easily. She was waking me up too. So I haven't slept almost. Earplugs saved my life, but I'm a light sleeper. Yes, and again, I'm a very city girl, so it's like for me it's tough. Like in the beginning, I felt even shame that I'm not used to village life anymore. Like, but then I don't know. I talk with my friends. I'm like I feel shame that I'm not used to this. Like I can't. This life is not for me. I felt uncomfortable, not because of my friends. My friend, like his name is Ilya, and I'm taking his interview about life in a Georgian village in my upcoming video. It's going to be kind of a documentary movie, kind of about this place. I'm in the process of making it. So yeah, and like I feel comfortable with him. We're living with him. Two of his friends from Russia who also ran away from the war, and with his granddad. I feel comfortable with them, but village life itself, it's tough for me. There are a lot. You also know that I'm very touchable to dogs, and there are so many homeless dogs, and they're so thin. I'm spending now right now money like all money, not all money I have, but a lot of money just to buy food because I can't see those dogs who are very nice, who are not like who are not angry at you or whatever, and they're not trying to bite you, they're just super hungry, and they're like their eyes so sad. So I've been spending, I don't know how much money I already spent to buy food, but I'm very sad because in these places people don't have much money, and they don't really care about dogs. They're just giving them bread, and that's it. And you know that bread, it's not good food for dogs. And there are two dogs living in this house, and it's the dogs of this granddad, and he honestly doesn't give a damn on them, on these poor dogs. And one gave birth to 8 puppies, and they eating just bread. This poor mother just super hungry, and I'm giving her food. So, and I think she's sick, and like really I already cried when I saw this because I don't know, I just came yesterday to the vet clinic to bought medicine because they don't care. I bought 10 kilos of dog food. I'm like, okay, yes, I don't have much money, but you know that it's important to help the ones who need it even most. And I don't know, I'm just trying to do everything I can to help people and dogs. So I bought medicine yesterday to those dogs and some food, and it's so sad because most likely most of these 8 puppies gonna be killed. This is life in the villages. because no, I don't think many people gonna take those dogs. I will try to do my best. I already found some Facebook groups of people. Hey, can you see me? Come on, man. I need to buy a new lamp. I hope it's gonna be good right now. Hey, sorry again, everybody. Yes, the connection is very bad. That's what I was telling in the community post yesterday, that I was kind of afraid that the connection gonna disappear, and it did. But at least right now it works. So what I was talking about, about these dogs. But first of all, Frank, thank you so much for sending me coffee. Thank you. It's a lot. Thank you so much. So, the situation with the dogs, there are so many homeless dogs in Georgia. I'm shocked. And no one cares about them. So, and because of that, I don't know, it's such a sad reality that probably these puppies are going to be drawn. Not even going to the vet clinic, but going to be drawn. I'm telling to Ilya, my friend, ask his granddad not to do it until I will do my best to find a home for those puppies. I already wrote to Zach the Russian. I asked help to find the owners. I think I will write to Natasha and also ask her to make a post. Maybe some of your Georgian followers might take this dog, because they're such little puppies, 8 puppies. It's such a sad reality, but this is life. I think, again, I'm being too touched. I'm taking it so much personally, because some of those dogs I look like Lucky, and like my baby boy. And for me, it's horrible seeing. I start imagining that it's Lucky, this hungry little puppy, and etc. And I feel so bad. But this is reality, and unfortunately, I need to live with this. I know that if those puppies would be in Moscow, we would find a home for them for sure. But in Georgia, because of this huge problem of homeless dogs and a huge number of dogs, it will be very difficult. I will do my best. Maybe some neighbors will take some dogs. At least to save as many puppies as I can. I will try to do my best. Wish me luck, please. But yeah, I've been also, my head was with this problem. So this is the stories right now. But yeah, life in the village is definitely not for me. I should kill this insect anyways. Honestly, I'm feeling not very good mentally here. It's not the place. I don't know. When I was going to the countryside, I told this to all my friends, and they told me, "Oh, it's good. At least you rest there. You will be better mentally. You will have some rest, going walking in the nature." And I also found out something new about myself that I actually didn't know. It's also good. I don't know, when you being faced with so many problems and you end up in the places. I could never imagine in my life that I would end up in the middle of nowhere in Georgia. No way, just no way. But here I am. And I found out that I can't relax in the place where I don't feel comfortable. And what means comfortable? To have my own space, to be able to go to groceries and to buy food that I like, or to order something. Because here there are only a few shops. There are no cafes, or there is no place to buy coffee in this village. And the shops, they're very small, and there are not much food that I'm used to and that I like. So about having my personal space, because I'm sleeping with my hand, and we also have a heating system in our room, because my friend, as a real gentleman, he gave us the warmest room. I suppose he used to live there, but he just gave us the warmest room so we wouldn't get cold at night. And the thing is that we need to open at night, we need to open the doors to another rooms, because on the other room he's grounded and him is sleeping, and we need at night to open the doors, so the heating will also like go to their room. And as a girls living there, like again, it's great to have some space, and actually Ilya is really trying to help us to feel comfortable. And I don't know, I'm incredibly thankful for him, because we haven't talked for, I don't know, after university, he left university where we studied, so we haven't talked to him for like 4 years, and that he's helping us right now, really I'm shocked. I don't know, I want to do something nice to him, but we'll see. And we're sleeping with Maya, and in 4 days she's returning to Russia. And yeah, so I didn't know what to do, and I talked with Zach the Russian, and he very kindly he offered me to stay in his apartment for some time. I hope to stay there maybe until New Year's. Of course, I don't want like to use his kindness, because for sure he also want to have his own space. But I didn't have any other choice but to accept his offer, because I can't afford those apartments right now in Tbilisi. The prices are super high. Can you see this insect, right? Yeah, I think you could. I want to kill it. I think I missed. Anyways, I'm gonna live with Zach the Russian for some time, and in 4 days I'm also returning back to Tbilisi, because really I feel very difficult emotionally. I'm very sad, very dismotivated to do anything. I even don't want to read any books. I'm just watching YouTube. I don't want to do anything. And I'm walking in the parks. So it's also like, I don't know, like my thoughts, like it was so interesting to find out about myself, that I'm not a countryside girl. And yes, I feel comfortable in the countryside, where I have a good shower, a personal room, which look very nice. There are some shops, or like, I don't know. In these places, yes, it's something I could never imagine, because when I was like a schoolgirl, we have a countryside house, which actually looks worse than this one, and I'm used to, like, I'm used to live there. But since I started studying at universities and traveling so much, I haven't gone to my countryside, and I forgot how it looks like there. And it was really interesting to find out that I can relax in the cities by going to some galleries or talking to some people that motivate me to create some projects that I like, or I can relax in the sea. But I don't know. It's like it's very interesting, like to learn so many new things about yourself, and also accept this, because I told you, in the first days I was so angry at myself. I felt shame that, oh my God. And because I know that many people in Russia live even worse than this, and I'm like, and in Russia there are some jokes about Muscovites, and I'm from Moscow, and there are some jokes that I don't want to say anything rude, but they think too much about themselves. They like prefer comfort, rich, and blah blah blah. It's not exactly true, but in some way I realize that I don't feel comfortable living like that. I feel comfortable living in the cities, going to for a coffee to some nice place just to sit, think, going to some gallery or museum or opera or ballet, and I don't know. So it's like, it's something was an eye opener for me, because again I could never thought, like, I never thought about myself actually to be like that. But yeah, this is who I am, and I accepted this, and there is nothing bad about that. Anyways, I hope you are interested in hearing my thoughts. Let me just quickly go through the comments. Please don't be down, Dari. Things will get better. Don't lose hope. Thank you so much, Michael. To be honest, I did kind of lost my hope, because yes, I have a place to live until New Year's, but later I don't have a place. And when I was going to Georgia, I really wanted to finally feel like I have a home for 6 months, to finally, did this and relax and start doing something, and I'm not going to have this. And because of that, it's it's very it's very sad. But this is life in immigration, and I think not many people imagine how immigration is tough, and that there are so many problems appear that I feel like when I'm solving one problem, two brand new appear from things that you could never imagine. For example, I could never imagine that Maya is gonna leave right now. I can understand that. Yes, she wants to be back to Russia and etc. But still, life in immigration is tough. If you're immigrating with your, like if for example your partner get a job or you get a job, it's much easier. When you're immigrating alone, without okay, no, I think the most problematic, if not the war, I would have access to my money, and it would be much easier for me with going to Europe, and because the prices wouldn't increase that much. Unfortunately, yes, probably it's the most problematic thing. It's the war, and because I'm a Russian. Jean-Claude is asking me, did you look at Batumi? It may be less expensive. Yes, it's a little bit less expensive, but it's still going to be like $500 per month, which for one bedroom, which is quite high still. More reasonable, but still quite high for me. But I have known from Batumi. All my friends, and I have four friends actually, they're all in Tbilisi. I don't have anyone but me, and I came to Georgia because of my friends, because I wanted to be next to my friends, and there is no point going to Batumi right now because I will stay alone and pay also very high prices, and I just don't want this. What's the point? Someone sent me coffee. Hope it helps. Thanks for sharing your story. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It means so much. Thank you. Nimish, Dari the Conqueror, thank you so much. And Tom, uh, thank you so much, everybody, for sending me donations. Right now, it helps me incredibly to survive. Thank you so much. Rob, also, thank you so much. Dima from Russia, I'm in Batumi, we can be friends, maybe. Maybe we should go to Tbilisi and we can meet there. I'm going to Tbilisi in a few days. Once again, let me, if there is somebody new, let me write it down where I'm right now. If somebody missed this message, you can take a look in the map and to see where I'm right now. It's really in the middle of nowhere in Georgia. Thank you so much for all your nice, really nice words. Let me go to some questions if there are any. By the way, if you like Dari's story and conversation, please be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Yes, I would really appreciate this. And also, guys, if you haven't looked at my last videos from Dubai, I would really appreciate if you take a look, because I try to make them very interesting and to see very different aspects of Dubai that many of which you might not know. You have to experience the lows to fully appreciate the heights, otherwise life would be boring. It's true, but to be honest, there are so many lows this year that it's becoming so difficult mentally already, that I don't know, like really in the last week it was very tough. So I don't know. But I agree with this. I hope there gonna be some good moments, some heights finally. It's so great to see that you guys are communicating with each other in the comments. It's actually amazing. It seems like some of you already talking during my previous streams. Are you in Thailand? I'm not in Thailand. I'm in Georgia. Dasha the dog lover. Yes, it's like I'm these dogs who are living here, they see in the weak spot, and this is me. Because I'm giving them food, they're starving, like they're hungry. I can't see this. So yeah, and when I'm going for a walk every day, I'm buying food and I'm giving some food to dogs on the way, because really I'm the weak spot here. That's for sure. Will you go to Serbia? I don't plan right now to go to Serbia. I've been there twice, like once for like a week and once just a transit flight. I don't feel like returning there. Not because I didn't like, just because I want to be with my friends right now. Or if to be alone, then in some place that really motivates and excites me. And unfortunately, it's not Serbia. I remember there was a comment that I would rather pay $2,000 in Dubai than $1,200 in Belize, and I agree with you. Also in Dubai, usually it looks more or less modern, while in Belize it looks not so good, to be honest. Some of them yes, but it's around $2,000. So 50 ways to get screwed over. Sound better? Yes, that's for sure gonna be the name of my upcoming book. Really, I don't know. I have during this year, I have so many stories to tell that people don't have in years. I think my book can be interesting. What do you think? I hope you are interested in everything that I'm telling you. Stop suggesting place like Denmark where she has no visa. Yes, I don't have visa and it's very expensive. So Denmark, even though I really want to visit it, I don't think I will go there right now. Okay, so let me see the last comments. Do you have a lot of luggage or suitcases when you move? Yes, because when I was moving from Russia, I have clothes for winter, for spring, and for summer. And also I bought a little bit stuff in Turkey. Plus I had some, I don't know, for kitchen, some stuff. So unfortunately, I had a lot of stuff, and because of this, traveling makes it more complicated. Plus I have drone, laptop, lamp, like tripods. So because of this, it makes everything so heavy, and that I don't want to travel, I don't know, every month somewhere. I want to stay at least 2 months in some place. How long do you plan to be in Georgia? So I will live in that place for around a month, or maybe like I hope to stay in Georgia until probably New Year's. I would like to spend New Year's here with my friends, and that's it. I don't know what to do then. I don't know at all, and it makes me very scary. Where I'm becoming so anxious that, to be honest, I think I had mental breakdown a few days ago just because I just started crying for a few hours because I was so concerned about my future and so scared and so tired that that yeah. So I don't know where I'm gonna be until New Year's. Probably I'm in Georgia, and then I hope I will figure something out because I'm doing something. I'm preparing for something that I'm not ready to share right now to all the public. Only my patrons know. By the way, if you want to support me, I would also appreciate maybe if you want to become a part of my Patreon community. I really hope you do this because we have a very nice conversations there. So if you want, there is a link in the how can I say, in the description of this live stream. So I shared only with them, with some of them, actually even personally, what I'm doing now. If I don't know, I finally get this fucking luck that everybody is talking about, because I'm not a lucky person. I'm not a lucky person because it's only hard work. If I get lucky and because of my very, very hard work, I will get something I want. I will need to return to Russia in winter to prepare some documents for that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's annoyed me so much. I think I killed it. No, I didn't. it will continue annoying me. And in this case, if it becomes clear in December, the percentage it will get clear in December is not that high, but if it is, it makes everything so easy, because I will go to Russia for probably 1 or 2 months to prepare all the documents, and I'm gonna leave to more exciting places. So wish me luck. I hope I will figure it out in 1 month, but no, I'm not killing this. I'm not killing this. No, it's not in my team. Bastard. Anyways. If it happening as I plan, oh my god, that's so huge. There is a huge fly. This is life in countryside. As we already know, I'm not prepared for that. I'm not a countryside girl, so I'm being shocked by that. Huge insects. But after Russia, where would you like to go next? Oh, this is... I'm not going to share this until the very end, because it was probably a huge dream of mine since my very early childhood, as early as I could remember, to be honest. Oh, you're probably gonna see this. No, you can't see? If you see this huge thing like that behind me, tell me, please. Please tell me about this. I'm so sorry for changing the subject all the time. I'm so sorry. I know that maybe some of you are annoyed because of that, but this is real me, and I'm changing subjects, and I want to be real with you. If it happens like after Russia, I'll go to one place to probably get visa. I'll go to another place, and then to another place, and then finally I'll go to my final destination. This is the best scenario. If it will not be clear what to do in... if it won't be clear in December, I don't know what to do in my life. I don't want to live too much with Zach, because I think that he wants his privacy, and I respect this, and I'm incredibly thankful for this opportunity, for his kindness. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna start cooking for him, because I don't know if he's cooker, but I can cook at least. At least do something nice to him, because he really helps me out since I don't have any other options. And if my huge dream will be still unclear in December, I don't know. It's kind of... maybe I will return to Russia and I will try to make a Schengen visa. I don't know. I'm kind of afraid to return to Russia without any plans to go somewhere. I feel like I will be so anxious, so stressed. And it's also going to be winter, so it's going to be very cold. And you know, guys, that I'm very bad in cold weather. So to be honest, I'm a little bit afraid that I will be forced to go to Russia. But again, this is life. I like staying positive and not losing faith. I think that's the only thing is left for me, because really so many problems, and especially in the last week, that I start losing it for the first time probably in my life. And I didn't you see me in my videos that I'm very positive, so I'm not. I'm very scared and very concerned about my life, that I'm so young and I have so many problems, and I'm jealous from my friends from European Union who are just enjoying their life, enjoying their young years. And I need to go from the country to country, fight sanctions because of one man, because because of the country where I was born. And sometimes I'm just seeing that my friends are just hanging out, going to parties. It felt something surreal for me, because I feel like I'm spending my young years, like my best years, to work so hard to achieve something, And right now, to survive in immigration, that not to survive, I mean, not the right word to say, trying to live at least some good and nice life in immigration, let's say so. And I'm seeing my friends don't give a shit on anything, who can speak freely in their own countries, who are just going to parties, travel, working. And I can't even go to European Union now, and many countries even forbid the entrance. Even if you have a Schengen visa, Russians can't go there. So it sucks. And when I'm seeing this, sometimes, like in the recent moments, I start losing faith, probably because I also sick. Actually, why I'm sick again in countryside, I got cold at night because I didn't put heater on very high temperature, and I woke up at 4 in the morning because I got very cold, and the next day I was sick. So, I don't know. We will see. I hope for the best. I'm start forcing myself to be positive. Like if something happen, maybe I will return to this village if my Ilya, my friend, gonna stay here. If he is not returning to Russia, and I will figure something out. But if being in Moscow or living in this village, I think I'll choose Moscow because once again, city, at least something to do. This is my life. She's in Thailand. No, I'm in Georgia. You need a nice house cat to take care of all those bugs. Probably I should. Serious question. If you go back to Russia, will you be able to live again, or will it be a problem? I hope it will not be a problem because I'm a woman. And with men, yes, there are some problems of the men who are living, but for women, it seems like there should be no problem. So I already came in summer, and I left Russia very, very easily without any problem. So I don't think it should be a problem. I'm going to Qatar for the World Cup. No, I'm not going to Qatar. It's way too expensive. But I did apply. Did you know, guys, that I was a volunteer during the FIFA, the World Cup in Russia? I was a translator in the airport. It was kind of my practice from my university. And I met one representative from organization team of FIFA in Qatar. And actually, I was so desperate to find a job in Dubai that I wrote to him and asked if there is any still positions available where I can work. And he said it's already very, very late, just 1 month before the game. So unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to work there. So I did, but at least in Dubai, I did really my best to apply for the jobs. I did my best. I know I did. So I'm not ready to agree on some low-paid job that I'm gonna work. I don't know, like not like a slave, but too much for barely survival minimum. I'm not ready. So I did my best. I know that. Can you apply for Schengen visa in Turkey as well? Yes, I can, but I don't know what will be easier in Turkey or in Russia, because in Turkey, again, everybody is speaking Turkish and it's very problematic. But maybe I will do this in Istanbul. I will think in December how it's better to do, because still I need to return to Russia to see my family. I promised to my granddad, and in this case, I can just give my passport for the visa, but I'm afraid for the refusal, to be honest. But we will see. I will think where it's better to go. I will calculate the pros and cons, advantages and disadvantages about where it's better to apply, Turkey or Russia. Soon Russia will be only country capable to give you decent life. I expect big migration to Russia next years. We will see. A long-term visa for Schengen zone will be much better as a typical Schengen visa, because long-term visa gives options to build your future in the European Union. Work migration is much better than. Too difficult to find a job with a Russian passport in European Union. Too difficult. Even my friend, she was studying in France, and because of the war, she couldn't find a job. She was working in, I think, L'Oreal there, and even this mm, they uh, they kind of told her that because she's Russian, she wouldn't be able to find a job. So working visa, I don't know. My backup plan may be getting a how it's called, like digital nomad visa, if my huge dream will not work out. But yeah, maybe you could do video with Natasha when you get police. Maybe we actually met with her. I really miss her. She's a good friend of mine. I don't know. We will see. I would just be happy just to spend time with her. You can save up then and go somewhere in summer. Yes, yes, I can, but also in Russia I will not have access to my money, and it makes more complicated. So I don't feel I will be very comfortable living again, with my parents in a small room, because I kind of used to be independent and living alone or with my friends. And this thing when you are going back to like living in a small room with your parents and you don't have access to your money. It's not exactly what I want, but it would be great to be there like a month or two with my baby boy Lucky, and going to ballet to meet with my friends who stay there. So we will see. For 6 months living there, I will feel very bad emotionally, that's for sure. What about Canada? Cold weather. Cold weather. I actually know about Canada that right now they're looking for visas. They wait even for any kind of visa, student visa, tourist visa, migration visa. The wait time, I think, over 6 months for embassy, for Canadian embassy, because they're like checking Russian applicants in the last moment. They're firstly checking Ukrainians, then the rest of the world, then they're checking only Russians. And actually, there are some easy ways to migrate, but honestly, to be very, very honest, I want to go to Vancouver. I'm in love with this Canadian city, but to live there, it's so cold. It's so cold. Like, I don't want to live in Russia because it's so cold. And going to Canada with the same weather. But as a backup plan, yes, once again, it will be clear on spring if my big dream and my goal is not working out, and there is a chance for that. I will start thinking of all other options to migrate to Canada, to some program, to European Union with digital nomad visa. I will be taking everything, but right now I'm working hard on another goal. And once again, please don't ask. I'm not ready to share this. It's very personal and it's a very big dream of mine. So I'm not ready to share this. Okay, so you're asking me to make a live stream, a video. Oh yeah, I don't think that no fucker are gonna like make a video with me. But what you can do, please write him on the YouTube videos, in the comments, in Instagram, and tell him about me, because I wrote him on Instagram and he never replied, which is obvious because there are so many people writing to him. But it would be great if you help me to make this collab, or at least to set up a meeting for us. So it would be great if you can write in the comments to him about meeting me. Diana, we're very proud of you, seriously. It's actually means a lot to me and all your support. Like when you're hearing this, like, okay, like really, I'm sick, and I also shared to some of my Patreons and some of my students whom I study in Russian. By the way, if you want to study Russian with me, to have private classes with me, write me down on the email. Let me write it down to you. Or you can write me on Instagram and we can study together. I can help you to learn Russian if somebody are interested in it. And Even some of my students, they start sending me some YouTube videos during this sick day so I can rest. Did I kill? I think I killed this. Oh my God, finally. So I don't know, when you get these feedbacks from people around the world that you, some of whom you even don't know, that they support you, they're sending me, they're fishing me luck, it means so much. It's such, I don't know, it's such an energy that you guys give me after live streams, after talking to you. It's this energy that I'm doing something. I see this insect anyways. I'm so sorry. Like, I feel like I'm doing something right. I have people to support me. And you know, when you stop believing in yourself, when others like are sending you this vibe that they believe in you, that you can do everything, your mood is changing. You get like really, it's, you guys give me so much energy and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for this energy. And I hope I'm giving you the same energy back on my videos, on the streams. I also wish you all the best, guys. Thank you so much for being a dream community that I could only dream of when I was younger. I could only dream of such community, and this is my reality. And when this is already my reality, it helps me, I don't know, it like kind of makes me feel that it will work out this year. My dream will come true and something will get better. That during December I will figure something out what to do, and I will figure out maybe leave Georgia or stay in Georgia to find some way to stay there. You guys help me to not to lose my faith. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I would drink, we have a bottle of Georgian wine here, but unfortunately I'm very sick. I'm not taking some antibiotics and I can't drink alcohol, but I would drink a glass for you. I would drink a glass of hot, well, not already hot, but tea for you. Thank you so much. Vancouver is very expensive to live. It's so expensive. I was seeing this. That's why I don't think I will be able to go there right now. But we'll see. Again, I don't think Canada is my first choice, to be honest. Spain and Portugal are giving normal digital visas. Yes, but again, I don't have a needful amount of salary that I'm getting. Because of this, I wouldn't be able to go. Like, if my dream will not work out, I will be start looking for some online job, or maybe I will create something from YouTube. It actually would be very helpful if you guys can write me down in Instagram or email if you want me to create some project, community with the trail or with anything. If you can, if you have any ideas what you might be interested in buying or like taking some course or like some additional, I don't know, project from me. If you have any ideas, that I would be more like, I will be so grateful if you're going to share this with me, because I have few plans that I will maybe try to figure something out. But if you are like interested in something, like let me know. I will be so grateful. Do like a lot of Canadians and spend winters in Mexico. Yeah. Sorry, my nose has been blocked, I think. I started learn Russian recently. That's amazing. How much for the Russian lessons? You can write me down on the email and I'm gonna tell everything. Your content is excellent. Thank you so much. Insects. I can't kill this bastard. Thank you so much for being so kind. That's what the community for, helping each other and finding strength. Yes, this exactly. What about United Kingdom or Ireland? It's way too complicated to move there. especially when it was very difficult before, and now it's even much more difficult when it's like got out from European Union. Almost unreal, I would say, incredibly expensive. It's much easier to move to Canada or to USA, even to Australia, than to United Kingdom right now. In Colombia, you get normal digital visa. I will not go to Colombia to live alone. I will not feel very safe. You're for sure doing a lot of things right. You're a real inspiration as a strong woman to me. I really feel everything will work out for you. Diana, thank you so much. It's such an amazing, amazing words. I don't know. I actually want to be a female entrepreneur. I want to be, I don't know, in Forbes, or I want to create some projects, and because of that I also want to motivate young girls to do something, because in my background, in the country where I'm from Russia, when I was younger and was growing in post-Soviet Russia, and I was sharing my huge goals and dreams, creating some projects, some companies, YouTube channel, everything. Everybody laughed on me, like my relatives and etc. That there's like, it's unreal. When are you getting married and you're giving birth? And it was shocking for me. And I see so many girls like listening to them and don't have a belief in them, a faith that they can do something. So I feel like my mission is to show those little girls like from Russia and from other countries that you can do everything you want, and it doesn't matter you're a female or a male, that you can actually do it. I want to motivate young girls to explore the world you alone, not just with somebody, and create different projects that maybe gonna change the world, and not just listening to what relatives are telling you or what your surroundings are telling you. Just start doing it, and not just to girls but to men as well, to everybody. I feel like my mission with all these YouTube channels to unite people somehow. With this war, I don't know, like our relationship in the country is destroyed. There's so much miscommunication, misunderstanding. I feel like I want to change this. I want to create a project that's gonna change this, that gonna help people from different cultural background to learn more about each other, to have a better understanding. Because again, what about these sanctions are for? Russians don't care about sanctions. European Union are not helping it anyhow. On opposite, even some Russians who who didn't support Putin, right now with all these sanctions, they even start supporting Russia more. Because again, if it will happen in USA or in European Union, such sanctions would appear, people would stop protesting. But in Russia, it's different. It's completely different. We have absolutely different mentality. Russians are used to live in bad conditions. They used to wait until the very end. It's not Europe. It's not Australia. It's not any Western countries. So it's very difficult. And I want, with my YouTube channel and with my upcoming project, because damn it, I will do it. I'm giving you my word. I'm promised that I will do some projects like that who are gonna change the world somehow. Who will help with this miscommunication, misunderstanding of people from different countries, who will unite people. I'm giving you my word that one day I'm gonna do this, and I tend to believe, I tend to keep my words. So I'm thinking that I got very cold here because I turned off conditioner, which was warm in the room. Otherwise it would be so noisy. And I'm sick, and I feel I got so cold. So I think I just understand that I'm talking with you like over an hour and a half. So I think it's time to finish the live stream. I'm just gonna take a look at the comments. There is a different way to travel alone while not being alone. Co-working groups. The Wi-Fi artist. No, I haven't heard, but I just copy it and I'm gonna save this, and I'm gonna take a look later. It's actually a good idea, so perhaps I can do it. Oops. If you need to have a pit stop in Russia in few months, please don't stay long. You look so depressed. Yes, I think I will be very depressed in Russia. I don't want to return there very long. But I will need to return in winter for sure. Uh, Siberia is beautiful. Yes, it's very beautiful. Did you consider living in Kazakhstan? Living, no, but I dream to visit this place. It's such a beautiful country. So I would really love to come here, but to live, I don't feel like. What's local time here in Georgia? I suppose it should be around actually almost 11 p.m. I think I have wrong time here. Yes, it's almost 11 p.m. So I didn't expect that I would stay that long. But I don't know, I feel like I have such a great connection with you that time flies so quickly. Okay, so I think I replied to most of your questions. Thank you so much for participating in this stream. Thank you. Like, you can't even imagine how grateful I am to everybody who are sending me donations and support me during this journey, because without you it wouldn't be possible. Thank you so much. I really appreciate each of you who stayed here, who are writing questions or just listening, and thank you for your support. Let's make together this world a little bit kinder and, I don't know, closer to each other. Let's make something kind, not just this angriness and wars and fights. Let's change the world together a little bit by starting with small steps, understanding each other. And on the long term, this is something I promise I'm gonna do one day. Thank you so much, my friends. Really appreciate every of you. And I don't know where I'm gonna see you, probably in Tbilisi. Пока-пока.